Pikmin 4 is on the horizon, but we haven't seen much of it at all. The Pikmin series has been dormant for roughly the last 5 years, since Hey Pikmin, and the community has been starved for content. In 2020, this all changed with the release of Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which, as I've talked about before on the channel, started a new wave of content for us Pikmin fans. Following this, we were given Pikmin Bloom, a mobile app featuring our plucky plant pals. These are the only 2 Pikmin titles to have released this decade, and after 4 releases in 2023, there will have been 3 titles released within a 3-year span. One of them might be a port, and another a spin-off, but this is unheard of momentum for the Pikmin series. Today, we're going to be looking at an event in the most recent Pikmin title, Pikmin Bloom, in order to glean as much information as possible from it about the upcoming Pikmin 4. That event is, of course, the mobile game's first major tie-in with the main series, the Pikmin 3 Deluxe crossover. In this event, as separate from Pikmin 4 as it may seem, there's a few things that might have major bearing on Pikmin 4 and even beyond. My name is Vantage Emblem, and in today's video, we're going to talk through this. If you haven't subscribed and are interested in weekly Pikmin theories, scripted videos, and more, please do so. Currently, only 12.2% of you are subscribed, and that's a shame because we make some really good Pikmin and Fire Emblem videos here. I post big Pikmin videos weekly, Fire Emblem monthly, and I'm planning on streaming both of them weekly. So, if you're interested, subscribe. It's free. That being said, let's not waste any more time with me begging you to subscribe and get into this very layered video. In Pikmin Bloom's Pikmin 3 Deluxe themed anniversary crossover event, there is a backpack styled after an onion. Particularly, it is styled after the Master Onion seen in Pikmin 3 and Hey Pikmin. The Pikmin 3 onion returns in Bloom with its swirls of color. In Hey Pikmin, the onion has an added section for purple and white Pikmin in its swirls. Though I have heard others claim that these swirls are here in the Pikmin Bloom backpack, I cannot find them from my own observation and believe them to be absent, though they are quite present in Hey Pikmin. Even in that game, these swirls are very similar to the pink and gray swirls for Rock and Wing Pikmin, so it's easy to get them confused visually. Strangely, the backpack is specified to be a Pikmin 3 style onion backpack. If I'm correct that there are no swirls, then it could be to denote it as different from the Hey Pikmin onion which bore these extra swirls. And if I'm not, that adds an extra layer of curiosity given that the onion does not appear like this in Pikmin 3. Obviously, the onions for Pikmin 1 and 2 look quite different at a glance, but even still, this is an interesting denotation given that Pikmin 4 is in development and releasing next year. Could this lend some insight into what the onions are like in that game? I understand that the Pikmin Bloom development team is a bit disconnected from the development of the next Pikmin game, as they're not the same studio, and in some ways, they're a bit disconnected from the series in general. For example, they spelled Charlie's name wrong in official text. However, Bloom has the potential to yield a lot of information for Pikmin 4. This anniversary event that is currently ongoing was focused on Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which was the most recent release at the time. If we assume that the game is around to do another event next year, which I think is at least somewhat likely given Pikmin Bloom was itself promoted in the same direction that announced Pikmin 4, there's a chance that an event like this could be used to pull in new Pikmin types or features from Pikmin 4 to Pikmin Bloom, cross-promoting both games. This line of reasoning has an impact on the Copiate spacesuit-themed decor Pikmin. In the event, special decor Pikmin can be found wearing Alf, Brittany, and Charlie outfits, the 3 leaders that debuted in Pikmin 3. Now, these outfits are clearly nods to their Pikmin 3 counterparts, but it does pose an interesting thought. Should a crossover event for Pikmin 4 happen next year, and add its own decor Pikmin for the new captain seen in the screenshot we had for Pikmin 4, alongside any other new leaders, we may at that time have decor Pikmin for the new leaders and the Copiate leaders for Pikmin 3, but not for Olimar and Louie. Even if the speculation is true that this new captain is indeed Brittany, which I'd like to note is not a theory I personally place much stock in, that may mean that we have 2 different decor Pikmin for 2 different versions of Brittany before Olimar and Louie even make it into the game. Now, they could be added in next year's event, or in the time between events, but it's curious that they've omitted them at all from the Pikmin 3 event anyway. Given that the big new feature added in the deluxe edition of Pikmin 3 is the return of Olimar and Louie in side stories, an event focused around Pikmin 3 Deluxe, rather than just Pikmin 3, should probably include them. Not only that, the event does nothing to particularly highlight the 2 new Pikmin types from Pikmin 3, which were easily bigger additions to the game than the Copiate trio was. Rock and Wing Pikmin do not get their own Pikmin 3 Deluxe decor outfits, only red, yellow, and blue. This is even odder when you consider that Brittany best matches her colors with a wing Pikmin rather than a red Pikmin. If an Olimar Decor were in the game, he almost certainly would tie him with a red Pikmin. Alf could easily have also been moved over to a rock Pikmin, with Louie taking his place on the blue Pikmin, or something of that nature. I speculate that the true reason Olimar and Louie were omitted from the Pikmin 3 event is not so they could show up in the Pikmin 4 event. In fact, I believe that costumes reflecting them, alongside the president of Hocotate Freight, will show up later in Bloom as decor Pikmin in an event that perhaps roughly lines up with the rumored remakes of Pikmin 1 and 2. These remakes, which, yes, combined with Pikmin 4 do seem too good to be true, could get a crossover event of their own that has Louie as a white Pikmin, the president as a purple Pikmin, and the debut of Bulbman in the game, who would be used in the remake, of course, since they're a big part of the later game of Pikmin 2. They could even have Olimar's decor be a Bulbman, further cementing their special nature. And, as much as every bone in my body wants to doubt the existence of work-in-progress Pikmin remakes, I can't deny the sped-up pace of games releasing since 2022 in the Pikmin series. Not only that, we know that there is a contemporary game to work from as a starting place, with the guts of Pikmin 4 already in place and working on the system, as I said in my last video on the subject about remakes. I'd like to note that that video came out hours before the reveal of Pikmin 4, but in it, I said that if they had an engine from Pikmin 4, there's no reason they couldn't use it in the Pikmin 1 and 2 remake. If there was a solo Pikmin 1 remake and a solo Pikmin 2 remake, perhaps Olimar is featured there, and the Pikmin 2 remake event could have the President and Louie. Though I think it's more likely that the remakes go together as a multi-campaign package given the short runtime of the original game. Perhaps we could see yet another Pikmin type included through the special Puffstool-themed tie-in mushroom challenges. Perhaps we could see yet another Pikmin type included through special Puffstool-themed tie-in mushroom challenges that yield the mushroom Pikmin, or use them as a hazard. I think, of everything I've suggested, this is the least likely thing to happen. The mushroom Pikmin are special cryptic monsters attached to the Puffstool. I think their power comes through their lack of presence in the marketing. Plus, their purple color conflicts with the purple Pikmin. Though I suppose they could always have had their color tweaked in the remake. Still, if the Pikmin Bloom devs have prior knowledge of a Pikmin 4 or Pikmin 1 and 2 remake in order to develop an upcoming crossover, looking to Bloom is certainly healthy for speculation. If that's the case, it's definitely curious to call things like the more modern Onion specifically a Pikmin 3 Onion, if its design is unaltered in Pikmin 4. Could we see another radical redesign for Onions? Or maybe a return to form? Or perhaps the event text is simply trying to tie the Onion design directly into the event a little better. Will Pikmin 4 even have Onions? Do the devs of Pikmin Bloom even know these answers? I'm not sure, but you should let me know what you think in the comments below. That being said, I'm going to wrap things up now, but before I go, I have a few updates. First, I started streaming. I'm going to start streaming on a regular basis going forward, probably on Sundays and maybe Thursdays each week. I will be playing Fire Emblem one day and Pikmin the other day, so try to stop in if you can. My goal is to play through every Pikmin game before the release of Pikmin 4 next year. In addition, I am working on some big Pikmin videos that are taking a little more time than normal. Please expect them out in the next few weeks, and subscribe to make sure you see them. That being said, I'll stop rambling and end things here. My name is Vantage Emblem. Thank you so much for checking in with me for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Here's to Pikmin 4. Take care. Bye.